So yesterday I was driving down westbound 80, and as I'm driving down, it's commuter traffic, a lot of cars on the road, but I see a black animal run across eastbound lanes of traffic, jump over the center divide, and then run across westbound lanes of traffic. Very quickly realized that it was a dog. Everybody came to a screeching halt, trying to avoid hitting the dog. So I immediately pull over. As a canine handler, I kind of have a little bit of a thing for dogs, so I pull over, try to call him over to me, just try to get him out of the road so he doesn't get hit. Well, the dog's body language, you could tell that he's terrified, he's scared, he doesn't know what's going on. So he looks at me, kind of looks all around, trying to probably find his owner, something that looks familiar to him. And then he jets out back into westbound lanes of traffic and gets hit by a car. So as I'm running out into traffic trying to get cars to slow down and stop, an off-duty CHP officer pulls over, gets out of his car and sees that what I'm trying to do, and he runs over. He's like, "Hey, I'm off-duty CHP." I take my patrol car, I move it out into lanes of traffic pretty much right behind the car so that the lights and the car are there so that no one actually has to hit us or the dog and make things worse. So the CHP officer gets his jack. I put my car behind the car that hit the dog just so we can have the lights there in the patrol car so that we're not going to get hit while we're trying to get this dog out from underneath. So he starts jacking the car up. I put my gloves on because usually dogs, when they're in distress, they're hurt, especially dogs that aren't familiar with people. I fully expected to get bit. So I put my gloves on just in case he did try to bite. I take my leash that I have on my waist at all times, and I made that into a makeshift collar. He didn't have a collar. So he was actually very, very calm. Once I got there, I started talking to him, just trying to calm the dog down. He's in a lot of pain. He's crying. He's whimpering. So he actually let me put my leash around him, and then I asked the CHP officer to go watch traffic to make sure we weren't getting hit. And I told him I would continue lifting the car up with the jack. At some point, the jack stopped lifting, and I assumed that was because the weight in the vehicle was too much. So I told the passenger to get out and go stand on the shoulder. He did, and then the jack was able to continue lifting the car, and we were able to get the dog out from underneath. Even though he was all bloody, scared, still crying, he let me pick him up. He was a super good boy. Let me pick him up and take him off to the shoulder. And animal control is already on the way. He was bleeding a lot, lots of lacerations, lots of road rash. So then while waiting for animal control to get there and take him to the vet, I just kept him calm, petted him, and talked to him and made sure he was okay and safe. And that's it. Animal control got there, loaded him in their truck, and they took him to Loomis Basin, and he's doing okay. He'll be just fine.